Hello, happy afternoon. Um, it's a beautiful day. It is a little chilly um, for the end of May, but also not surprising given it's still springtime. We're still in that kind of up and down fluctuation. I actually hadn't planned on coming on and doing a video today, but I took a walk. It's been kind of more just a heavy week, but nothing bad. It's just one of those weeks where we have a lot going on. It's the end of the school year. Um, Hormonally, it's that monthly time where I'm like, "Ugh." So it's just been one of those weeks. It's been, a fine week, a good week. We had some good times, but it's just been time to, wind down and breathe and just kind of let things settle and flow. I'm by the water here. This is, by the way, my favorite spot. I mean, minus that. But they actually just cleaned up a tree that had been fallen here for the past couple of years, and they just cleaned it up. And so it's really opened up the space a little more. But I've walked here many, many, many years. I've lived here for a very long time. So this is kind of my spot. And so today I needed a little walk down to my spot, kind of taking some time and breathe in nature. It's probably a firework, if you heard that. Had a lot of those going off lately, and including my husband was setting them off on Mother's Day for the kids that night. And so fireworks just everywhere right now. But yeah, I was just hopping on to do an impromptu video. Impromptu. Am I saying that right? I don't know. To just, talk about how we all have heavy moments, heavy times. Nothing necessarily has to be wrong. We just need a little extra self-care and maybe just a little time to ourselves after the rush of, work and school and kids and, daily living. And just being able to calm down and take a deep breath in and enjoy the scenery and the fireworks in the background. Just to really be here and live and enjoy why we're doing this, why we're here. And for me, that's now living my authentic self within my truth of who I am and how I feel, and that's including on the rough days. And those rough days, the heavier days, make the good days that much better. They make us appreciate those days even more. And so to carve in a little extra self time to be able to get out in nature, wherever that may be, or even if nature isn't your time, like say for example, I have a son who, all my kids love being outside, but one particular has extremely bad seasonal allergies, especially to dandelions, which is kind of a bummer because I love dandelions, poor kid. So, really bad allergies to it. So, in your scope of what's healthy for you. So if going outside right now isn't feasible, then maybe a well-lit area where you can see outside. Maybe traveling to, your local library and sitting next to a window with a quiet book where it's going to be quiet and peaceful. Just being able to have a moment for yourself, a tranquil moment where you can breathe in and just listen to what's around you. Whether it's silence, whether it's nature, whether it's, indoors and whatever is going on in the background. Just take that moment when things start to feel overloaded and a little heavy and your emotions might feel a little more wobbly than normal. just take a moment to breathe. And it's okay to also cry. I've had a few tears over the last few days for the most minute things, but it's fine because they pass quickly. Where, had it been years ago, I would turn a day into a really bad day, the whole day. But able to get through it and not hold as much resentment and anger towards other people who don't even necessarily have anything towards that day. It's just how I am feeling within myself and how my hormones are and how my emotions are. And we have to listen to what works for us and how we can work through that in a mindful way, and what helps us to clear our heads, to recenter. And so we're also not lashing it out at our loved ones. I know in the past I've had, and I'm still working on times where if I'm overloaded, if I'm in this state where I'm feeling heavy and also there's a lot going on, I'll just lash out at my kids for no reason. Like they'll do something really silly and I've gotten upset with them, and then later I think back and I'm like, I go back and I apologize and I do address it. But being able to work through that before it gets there is extremely beneficial. And I'll be doing a chakra series that kind of goes over that and the developmental phases of the chakras, and where they lie in our body and how the energy flows, and how each phase really serves a purpose in who we are and who we become, and how we give ourselves to the outside world, So just wanted to share this time really to show we all have heavy moments, heavy times, and being able to take a moment to recenter, refocus, and just breathe, taking in a deep breath, and so we can be more mindful of the ones we love and care for, instead of putting our feelings onto them when it's not even deserved. So that's, what I've worked on within myself. And I know life gets heavy, and to give yourself grace when it does. It's hard. Life is hard, and it's okay. We are built for this. We are built to work through it and to work together through it, and to ask for guidance, and taking a time out of our own when we need it, because us adults need timeouts too when we get a little too cranky. So, and that's okay. Give yourself grace for that, because we give our children, our children are growing, and as they're growing and learning, we give them grace. So it's okay to give yourself grace too, okay? Yeah, so really that's all I wanted to say. I think I'm going to try to go home and make some candles. I haven't done that in a few months. Maybe it's been a few weeks. Anyway, so I think I want to make some candles, and if I do that, I'm going to try to piggyback or attach that to this video. If it's not attached to this video, I will have a candle making video, and that'll be super easy. I don't make elaborate fancy candles. I make the most basic candle, and then I make them special my own way. Because, that's a whole different video. Candles are a whole different video. I'll get into that when I'm making the candles. That's my therapeutic time too. But I also, when I make candles, I want to make sure I am in a good mindset first, because making candles can be a very powerful thing, and putting your energy into making candles. So you want to make sure your energy is calm and loving, and you're not holding any anger or resentment when you're making the candle, or else you'll need to bless it probably a few times, anoint it, do all that fun stuff. But yeah, so thank you for joining me on this little hard day video. Not a hard day, just, a moment. I'm just having an emotional week, nothing bad, just one of those weeks. So I wanted to come on and share what I do, where I get away. This is my space that I've just been here trying not to turn too much, because I'm getting myself dizzy on there. And I love the sand. Like, we come here to swim in the summer times. The kids love it. Yeah. So finding your space. Thank you for joining me in my space. And I hope you have a blessed, beautiful day. Have a good Memorial Day weekend. If you see this before Memorial Day, which is my niece's birthday, woo woo, happy birthday. And, you know, if you see it after Memorial Day, I hope you had a good Memorial Day. So, all right. I'll see you guys later. And maybe I'll make a candle video along with this. Thanks. Bye.